Recently, Toy Story had their 30th anniversary, 30 years of Toy Story, and we had a lot of them. 4 Toy Story movies, one in the works right now, coming in 2026. We have a couple of specials and a couple of short films, and of course, the iconic Lightyear movie. But in this ranking, I know there's a couple of short films that they did, but this is Toy Story movies or so we're only gonna do the special. So the way this is gonna work is that we're gonna have a tier list, the top one being Blockbuster certified, then you have A, B, C, and of course, trash. But I'm gonna just stop talking, let's just get right into the rankings. With Toy Story being released on November 22nd, 1995, this was the first ever Pixar movie that led to such iconic movies in the future just because of Toy Story. And the simple premise is this: what if toys were alive when you were gone? Everybody knows Toy Story. You've seen Woody, you've seen Buzz, you've at least heard of them or seen them. Woody, played by Tom Hanks, and Buzz Lightyear, played by Tim Allen, just have a great dynamic duo and just have great chemistry throughout the movie. It's just very funny at the end of the day. With this animation in 1995 is very different from what we see right now. I mean, look at the Toy Story 5 trailer compared to Toy Story 1. By Toy Story not just being an original concept, it's just also the characters that are added in this movie. My personal favorite is Ham. He's just an iconic character. I love him.
Look, I'm Picasso. I don't get it.
And one thing about this movie is that there's good character development, especially in Buzz Lightyear. Woody, not so much. His character growth is up and coming throughout the other movies. I mean, Toy Story, he does have his redemption by knowing that, okay, look, Buzz needs Andy, Andy needs Buzz. I'm just a side character right now. That was also kind of his role in another movie, Toy Story 4. We'll get to that in a little bit. But then talking about the main antagonist of the whole thing, you could say Sid, just quote-unquote torturing these toys and making them brand new to a whole different toy. And Buzz and Woody try to escape, going back to Andy's house, and then literally Woody has the audacity to scare Sid and literally go up to him, be alive, and says, "So play nice." If I was Sid, I would get some therapy. But overall, Toy Story is just a great way to kick off Pixar as a company and Toy Story as a franchise. There's some bumps in the road here and there, but you know what? That's okay. Toy Story is getting that A tier. Nowadays, it's very hard for sequels to be better than the original, but Toy Story 2 does the exact opposite. I believe that Toy Story 2 is better than Toy Story. This revolves around a new character named Jessie. We're also getting new characters such as Bullseye and Stinky Pete, which is the villain. This movie goes around Woody's backstory and what he was as a character made as a toy, Woody's Roundup. He had a good theme song though, Woody's Roundup. Okay. But really, Woody was the main character in this story, and I think it was well deserved. By Woody being Andy's favorite toy, and all Woody talks about is how much he wants to go back to Andy, and seeing how Jessie reacts to the whole story with that "when somebody loves," and seeing how Jessie got abandoned by her owner, it's pretty sad. Buzz is just trying to go save Woody with the rest of the gang. I mean, their story was really good, especially the part of two Buzzes. I mean, it really proves one thing of how rare a toy Woody is, because then you got Al, which is like the human villain of the story. I mean, not really, all he did was find Woody and then, like, you know, wanted to sell him on eBay or something like that. So get that money, Al. You know what, you're not a villain in my eyes. But that just led me to one of the most iconic scenes I love about Pixar, the cleaning scene. I know Pixar's team was cooking in the studio, but just for these reasons alone, I gotta go with the iconic category. Blockbuster certified. With the ending of the trilogy for the Toy Story franchise, Toy Story 3 just brings it home. With the trilogy ending in 2010 and with 15 years of the Toy Story franchise being alive, and with the premise of the whole story of Andy going to college, so it's time to leave some stuff behind and leave the toys. Or just donate it to the daycare. Either one works. And literally, Toy Story 3 has brought one of my favorite characters, my favorite villains, Lotso the Hugging Bear. How a teddy bear can turn evil is just a crazy premise to me, but that's what I love about Lotso. He has that warm hugging voice and then turns out to be very evil. But the whole point of this movie is just about moving on from a certain chapter. Andy was one chapter, now it's time to move on to the next. Woody's just a go throughout the whole movie. He's just that guy. Every single one of the Toy Story movies, he always cared about others and not himself, and that's what makes him just one of the best characters in all of Pixar. That's funny, when Lotso turns evil, they put them in this prison cell thing with a bunch of drawers and containers, and the prison breakout scene is just so fun and enjoying to watch. Mr. Potato Head changing foods every scene, and then you see, of course, Spanish Buzz.
Bitácora espacial. Me sueñan.
There's just so many factors that come into play when it comes to this movie that you could just add on and just tell it's gonna be a great film at the end of the day. I don't even need to talk about the ending. That's how good it is. Iconic. Blockbuster certified. The first Toy Story special was Toy Story of Terror. It's a 21-minute Pixar Halloween special that actually is just like a mini mystery inside the Toy Story universe. After the events of Toy Story 3, the toys are being with Bonnie. This time, Jessie is the main character of the whole thing because they're at this creepy motel. Toy Story disappears disappearing one by one. It's like a little murder mystery that Jesse's trying to figure out. And then it's a little redemption arc because she's also scared of getting thrown away in a box. Combat Carl, aka Carl Weathers, plays in this movie too. He's like this sergeant, dictator, G.I. Joe type toy that encourages Jesse to take on the leap and actually confront her fear. It's a 24-minute murder mystery type thing with the toys. We're seeing the toys back on the screen again. We only get like 7 minutes of saving the day really, and the rest is just Jesse hiding. If you're a fan of Jesse at the end of the day, this one's for you, but if not, this is just a regular C tier short. Sorry. The Jurassic World Toy Story short, the Toy Story That Time Forgot. Me personally, this one's better than Toy Story of Terror. Bonnie's just playing with this kid named Mason. I think it's a cousin or something. And literally the whole thing about this is that his toys capture his other toys to then fight for the death. And literally the death is the AC fan. Ooh, so scary. I mean, this one takes really around the prehistoric time. So you're thinking the main character is Rex? Nope, it's Trixie. Bonnie never plays with Trixie at all. She feels unappreciated. But in Mason's place, she actually gets treated like a royalty. I mean, all of Mason's toys don't know that they're actually toys, so they don't really have that factor like we do with the other characters. I mean, the story's not going to be the same as the other movies because, you know, they're movies. My favorite part about this whole short was just this little bear that has a trumpet and just starts saying random stuff. I mean, as a kid, if you're playing with dinosaurs, this one is for you. I feel like this one was more action. I mean, the story wasn't all there, but at the same time, you're seeing gladiators fight. It's just toys being toys and having an iconic Toy Story storyline. It should have been Rex at the end of the day for the main character, but it's okay. It's better than Toy Story of Terror, all I have to say. Better C tier. The controversial Toy Story 4. It should have ended at 3, maybe. Yes. Some people think it's really good. Some people think it's just, you know, shouldn't exist at all. I see both points completely. Me personally, I'm in between because I do like Toy Story 4, but at the same time, it just ruins the fact of Toy Story 3's perfect ending. But then when you look at Toy Story 4, this is like Woody's ending. He closes the chapter and everything. Me personally, Toy Story 4 is titled Woody to me because this is the Woody movie. He's been taking care of everybody else for years, making sure they're good and they're on top, but at the same time, he got to take care of himself too. And of course, Bo Peep is back. With Forky being in the picture as well, thinking that Woody's not even the favorite toy anymore. He doesn't even get played with. So he just knows that it's time to move on. It's time to move on to a brand new chapter in his life, his toy life. And you can't forget Ducky and Bunny. Those two, Key and Peele, the iconic duo, they made me laugh throughout the entire movie. But Woody's story finally coming to a close, as well as the rest of the toys. And with Toy Story 5 coming out next year, it seems like all the toys are going to be gone because it's going to be toys versus tech. And we got to see where that goes because honestly, with this little teaser trailer we got for Toy Story 5, I don't know what it could be. But Toy Story 4 isn't as magical as the rest of the movies, but it's still there. B. The controversial Lightyear movie, which is the movie that inspired Andy to get a Buzz Lightyear toy. It just didn't do it for me with the whole premise of Buzz trying to defeat Zurg and Zurg actually being himself. It was just not a way I was expecting a Lightyear movie to go. Just so many unexpected things that really didn't matter to the Toy Story universe. It was just trash at the end of the day. I'm sorry. With the Toy Story universe being 30 years old, it was just a good way to look back on where we came from and how far we've gotten with these characters that we love and adore so much. With Toy Story 5 coming out in 2026, it was a good way to pay homage to 30 years of Toy Story. Let me know what do you think of my ranking down below in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe and join the Blockbuster Guy family and the Blockbuster Guy Clips channel. On the road to 10,000. Definitely don't want to miss it. But at the end of the day, I hope you have a good one and take care.